This is a video for when you're feeling scared of growing. It's gonna be like 10 minutes and it's not boring. It's when you need some motivation. Just know the feeling will help you grow. Yeah, basically that. So, this is a video on if you are feeling a little bit out of your comfort zone, if you're feeling a little scared to continue growing, even though that is the point of this entire journey. The point is to enjoy the journey, enjoy wherever you're at in life. And then the second point is to continue stepping over and over out of your comfort zone so that you can keep expanding your consciousness, keep opening the possibilities of your reality. So I wanted to read to you a page from Mark Manson's book, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a And I've got to say, some of the things in this book makes me feel quite triggered, and it's very intense, the way some things are put. But this page 134, has changed the way that I see things that I call problems or obstacles in my life. So, warning, like I said, it's an intense book. This excerpt starts with the headline called Kill Yourself. Anyways, begins like this. Buddhism argues that your idea of who you are is an arbitrary mental construction, and that you should let go of the idea that you exist at all. That the arbitrary metrics by which you define yourself actually trap you, and thus you're better off letting go of everything. In a sense, you could say that Buddhism encourages you not to give a It sounds wonky, but there are some psychological benefits to this approach to life. When we let go of the stories we tell about ourselves to ourselves, we free ourselves up to actually act and fail and grow. And here's the part that I really like. Oops. When the student admits to himself, maybe I'm not a rebel, maybe I'm just scared, then he's free to be ambitious again. He has no reason to feel threatened by pursuing his academic dreams and maybe failing. When the insurance adjuster admits to himself, maybe there's nothing unique or special about my dreams or my job, then he's free to give that screenplay an honest go and see what happens. I have both some good news and some bad news for you. There is little that is unique or special about your problems. That's why letting go is so liberating. There's a kind of self-absorption that comes with fear-based on an irrational certainty. That's kind of a weird sentence. When you assume that your plane is the one that's going to crash, or that your project idea is the stupid one everyone's going to laugh at, or that you're the one everyone is going to choose to ignore, you're implicitly telling yourself, I'm the exception, I'm unlike everybody else, I'm different and special. This is narcissism, pure and simple. You feel as though your problems deserve to be treated differently, that your problems have some unique math to them that doesn't obey the laws of the physical universe. So, like I said, a bit hardcore, right? His tone of pointing things out is very blunt, direct, and a bit abrasive, and I think that's a great quality that he puts into his storytelling, because it gives you basically no choice but to really listen and to kind of feel that sting. And usually if we feel a sting or we feel triggered by something, it's because, there is something wounded in us waiting to get some acknowledgement and some compassion. So, let's just take a moment to Breathe in what was just read, what you just heard. Just consider where in your life you may have some overriding anxiety or some fear. And I half kidding when I say this, but ask yourself, why am I that important that I would have that very challenging, scary possibility? Like, I know that when you wake up and you have the fear that, oh my gosh, if I become successful in that dream job that I've always wanted, like, I'm going to have these haters, or I'm going to lose friends, or this or that. So many people, I don't think any of those people that you have that anxiety about are even waking up having those thoughts with you. And hey, there may be exceptions. Maybe you're going through specific drama that entails, someone obsessing over your situation. I get it. But are you going to give them that much power to be that special and important? So I think the whole point of that excerpt is just saying, who cares? It's all good. You're going to become successful. So are 30 other people in your neighborhood. That's great. In fact, everyone is probably going to become successful. Cool. Like, is it that big of a deal? What does it actually mean to you that makes you have this gut-wrenching fear about what could possibly happen? I'd like to bring back the balance and kind of shift over to some compassionate, grounding thoughts around the same subject. The fear of growth, the motivation that you may need, especially if you're feeling uncomfortable about your growth. So you're welcome to close your eyes with me if you'd like. Total safe space. And feel free to really let these words sink in. It helps if you tap on a part of your body that might feel a little tense. It helps if you feel like repeating it out loud as well, or just take it in with each breath. Challenges grow me. I give permission for my courage to be quiet. That's powerful. I create my reality. I create my reality. It's beautiful to start small. It's beautiful to start small. I am worthy. I am worthy. And it's safe for me to take up space. It is so safe for me to take up space. Just noticing which one of those is still echoing in you, which one really stood out. That's the one for you then. This week, give yourself a little homework. Just say that phrase when you're in the car, when you're brushing your teeth. Well, you can't really say it then. Maybe write it down and hang it up somewhere and just let your brain effortlessly soak that belief up so that you can start just embodying the truth of that sentence. That was the truth ever since you were born. So it's okay that you need to remind yourself a little bit. That's what this week is for. So where in your own life do you feel like you were very scared to grow? You feel like it was one of your biggest leaps? Can we take a moment to applaud you on that? Can we take a moment to remind ourselves that if you took that leap, however long ago it was, for whatever it was for, that you can take another leap? It's okay that it feels scary. Doesn't that make it more fun? Would you even enjoy the aftermath if it wasn't intimidating? I just want to say that whatever it is that you are growing through, going through / growing through, because they are the same. That I believe in you. We all believe in you. It's totally meant to happen for you. Otherwise, you wouldn't be feeling this growing ball of energy, this ball of wants and readiness and exploration and nervousness. All of that is just strong, potent energy that's waiting to alchemize and be birthed into that very thing that is a little uncomfortable for you to step into. And so I know a lot of you are entrepreneurs. The entire name of the game for entrepreneurship is to continue learning and hitting your edge, and therefore being comfortable with constantly being uncomfortable. What would even make a good story if your dreams didn't sacrifice the comfort and the depression and just the complacency of not really expanding? Your dreams are so exciting. In fact, I want to hear about them. Even if I haven't met you in person, drop a comment below. Tell us, share, be vulnerable about what it is you are taking that big leap in. There are millions that want to celebrate you. And on that note of entrepreneurship, I know we're getting a little specific here, but I did make a funny song about this very topic. This is a song about taking the leap in entrepreneurship. And it goes a little something like this. The difference is that one is riskier than the other by a lot. It's basically how much stress you're willing to handle will put you into one of these tiers. The difference is that one is riskier than the other by a lot. It's basically how much stress you're willing to handle will put you into one of these tiers. Different is that one is here. Now I'm just playing. One of these is riskier than the other, therefore a greater reward. Just a loving reminder that anything you do to work on yourself is going to help everyone that gets to be impacted by you. So let's all just add an hour a day of just loving ourselves. It doesn't even have to be 1 hour by itself. It can be blocked into chunks for the day, 20 minutes, 5 times. How simple. And if we do that, the math on that is actually that we're taking 1/24 of our entire day, a small fraction like that, to completely amplify our energetics and completely raise our consciousness, our frequency, our light, whatever you want to call it, and just show up safer and more relaxed and loving for everyone, especially yourself. Well, thank you for hanging out with me today, and I hope that you have an awesome, motivated, frickin' day. Love you guys.